on them like that. We don't go waste time with them because I just want us to quickly dissect it fast, sharp.
As idiot.
There is warning letter for missing a meeting. I mean, how that one they happen? You know, my organization introduced a work from home thing some time ago, and we're gradually working from home. Then we now resumed back to work over time. So recently, we are being asked to work after hours. You know, we're supposed to close like 5 p.m., 4 p.m., and all of those things. But suddenly, they'll just come and be like, please, you're working till 6 p.m. today because you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, 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 blah. No wahala. But recently, my boss requested for us to have a meeting around 5:30 p.m. on this particular day. I wasn't happy because I had things to do. So I decided to just walk up to my boss and express my displeasure. I expressed my displeasure. Wetin dey pain me, I go tell am say, sir, me, I'm not sure I'll be able to do this one, do that one, because I cannot wait till this 5:30. I have something I need to do. And I didn't understand why they cannot move the meeting to the next morning or the next day, or they just reschedule or something. I was very, very specific that I was not going to stay for that meeting because I have things to do. So I left the office, carry my bag, carry my kangaroo, carry my shoe. And I did what? I left. The next day, I went to Oga's office. I entered. The next thing was a white envelope stretched to me. And then I checked it. Lo and behold, it was a warning letter. The anonymous question is, I mean, why?
So Anonymous asking why.
What did I do?
Me, I will want to ask Anonymous, why not why?
I asked you.
Like, why not why?
Why not capital letter? Why?
I feel the warning letter self should have come with a soundtrack. It's the mind for me. Like the mind.
Wait, I want to ask Adura something. White Benz or black Benz? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Let me buy for you.
Okay. I want black. Right? I want black.
Because you're black.
Let's don't get tired. I won't buy black Benz for
HR in a black Benz.
Why not why? You even get what the only thing what got to me now is the mind.
What is
your mind. I don't know what's on your mind, but me doing like I know what
to me.
So it's the mind for me to enter your boss office and express your displeasure. What an effrontery.
That English is strong.
So it now depends on how she would have expressed that displeasure.
Yeah.
Because maybe that was why the boss actually gave her just a warning letter and did not add sanction to the warning letter.
Like, I'm trying to
if it was a grievous way or a bad way,
if it don't be something bigger than
and
that.
I'm the boss.
Like I was trying to picture the scenario. Is it that the anonymous just walked into the office and then, sir, I won't be able to wait. I don't know why people did not do that. And then you banged the door. Bam. Maybe you didn't even allow the boss to even give a feedback or give you a response, and you just left like that.
It's not the mind for me why you think they should postpone the meeting because of you.
Hold on, Adura. If the person had a genuine reason, I can understand. But I think that from reading this story, I can just say one thing. That was a very, very rude approach.
Very rude.
That was quite rude.
Exactly.
I think if I was the HR now, I cannot promise that. I cannot promise that you will not get a warning letter. I cannot promise.
All right, so
do you understand? Because it didn't only stop at you expressing your displeasure. Okay. It went as far as you having an altercation. Why?
Exactly. It wasn't necessary.
Why?
So you even saying that you feel if the reason was genuine. This is someone that knows that they work extra hours. Do you understand? It wouldn't have stopped her from discussing with her boss right from resumption of work that day. That okay, madam, at so point. Do you understand? Because anything could happen at the organization now.
I feel that the meeting was actually scheduled that same day. So there's possibility that he or she was not even aware.
I get you. I said she's aware. Sorry to cut you. I get you, right? I understand it clearly. But me, I'm saying this is someone who is aware, right? Yeah. That they work extra hours.
Sometimes.
Do you understand? And that day could be one of those days that it will be an extra hour.
That's what I'm trying to say. See, in as much as we are trying to understand the anonymous,
yes,
we cannot just stick to the organization. Okay. Yes. We should also understand that we don't know why she had to leave. We don't know how important it is. The actual truth is that the approach was bad. Fine, yes. No doubt. But I'm just saying that we are still going to understand her too. But what I'm just going to say is, if possibly she was not aware about the whole meeting thing for that day, probably the notice came late. We can't tell. Okay. You know, it might be around 5 p.m. and then you're seeing a kind of urgent mail. Yes. You guys need to wait till 5:30. Do you understand? So that was an impromptu.
Christian,
that was an impromptu. We're not expecting it. So maybe out of that, he or she did not present it properly. But I don't want us to be so sure that okay, she didn't have a genuine reason. Do you get?
whatever it is for me, why you go on beat your boss?
Exactly.
No,
That
Yes,
was not
now,
necessary.
because that one sounds like you're going to beat your boss.
Yes, I get
You have
it.
another
I
job
get it.
elsewhere.
No, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. Yeah, I get your point. The approach was bad, 100%.
Yeah.
But I was just, let me just pity this person.
No.
There's no need to pity because I feel you're
No.
talking to a superior, right?
Yeah.
So there are
There
ways
should
you
be
should.
ways and manners.
Being rude is not an option.
Yeah.
Regardless of the time, regardless of being rude is never an option.
No, do you know what I have a problem with? From the moment you got the mail or stepping out of your office, you already know the fight that you want to fight or the looter that you want to go and do.
She was even prepared. She was prepared for the
Look at
fight.
the word. The word was, I want to express my displeasure. What displeasure do you have?
I don't know why
Exactly.
this meeting cannot be
Cannot be
postponed to the next day. I
Why
mean,
is it not that? Why is it not that? I have stuff to do and I have to go and take permission. Why you want to express displeasure? Now you get company.
Then another thing is that for I feel that he or she did not, like, the anonymous did not get an approval. You know, when you go to tell somebody something, you should get the feedback. Okay, no problem or fine. I think the person just walked out.
I
Yes,
think
now.
it's more like she went in, she ranted, and after ranting,
walked out of
she
the
used
bus.
the door.
And you know all this kind of boss, some bosses like that, they will not even say pim. What they want to do their
My
stomach?
kind of boss. I don't go talk anything.
What they want
Just
to
do
do their
what you want.
stomach?
She even dey lucky say they give her warning letter for
Now
that.
we tell
They go
the talk.
debit you.
I go have sanction.
They
Either
go
one day or 2
debit
days
you.
deduction.
But then let's
Or
now
make she work
let's now
without pay for 2 days.
let's now speak.
Abba.
She will work 2 days, I will not pay her.
No, according to what law in Nigeria?
Okay, leave that one.
According
no,
to what
calm
law?
down. No,
According
calm
to
down.
traditional-
According to
traditional law.
It's my law. Leave
But
it for me.
then-
I no agree. I know they. I know they only Adura. It's only Adura people with suit.
It is me.
I'm not
I
there.
talk on my foot chest.
Adura and Rachel, what God has joined together, black. Do you
I
people
don't
think?
understand.
do you-
Wait. What God has meant together, black.
Like,
You don't even like Adura. It's somebody that
So
will kill Adura that you're
what
looking
would be
for.
the skin color of our kids now? Black.
Who would say that one after the show?
All right. We'll continue
I was
after
going
the
to say
show.
something that do we actually need to talk to the meeting notification period? Do we actually talk to that too?
Yes,
Do you think that organizations or bosses or HRs should also try and consider sometimes be
Yes.
considerate?
Yes,
If you
yes.
want to do a meeting,
Yes.
let's give ample notification.
Mhm.
You're working with humans, so you don't just
True.
expect. Yeah, we understand that. Okay, there are procedures and all of it, but we should also take into cognizance. You want to do a meeting, give them ample notification. Don't just come and just be like, we are meeting today. We know that some things might warrant it.
Yes.
Emergency.
You're just
Yes,
speaking my
yes,
mind.
yes.
But not in all
Yes.
situation.
And
Do
I'm
you
going
understand?
to say something to that also, Christiana. I feel like even if you gave ample notification, that's why you should always remember that there is human. In that human resources you people are practicing, there is human at the back. You people used to forget. It's not only human capital. In fact, that's your plenty name now. Talent manager. Orishirishi, you cannot even keep up any longer. There is still human there. There is still a place for emergencies.
Yeah.
You will not call meeting of 30 people and 30 people will be available.
Yeah,
It happens.
of course.
People will be
Yeah.
available.
Should be a
Yes.
screenshot
There are sometimes that you will see 28 and a half.
Yeah.
You will take it like that.
Oh,
The half is
how
online.
you call man the half? I don't understand.
The
Man
half,
the
the
half.
half is online. The half is not fully present. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that you should still give room for one or two things that might happen. I don't think that you should be why you say you come dey fight you and your junior come dey have altercation. No,
So
I will come to
Rachel,
this meeting. No, I will not come to. No, I will show you I'm the HR. No,
Rachel,
why?
calm down. Calm down. Just calm down.
Wait,
Wait, calm down.
Don't
Calm
show
down.
that
Speaking
to each
to the
other.
organization, what you said, there are some issues, right, that would need urgent attention.
No doubt.
Do you understand? And probably that was the reason why the boss actually called for that meeting.
No,
Listen, I don't feel the boss actually gave her warning letter because she missed the meeting. It could have been as a result of the approach and how she, because there's a way you meet with your boss. It shows either you are trying to attack your boss or you are trying to seek an approval for exemption or for absence.
Yeah.
If it was that, then it is not right,
Understandable.
for the boss to give her a warning letter. But if it's from the other side, the attack side, you will not take it now.
See, if it's from the other side, two of them are at fault. How you say go sit down, you go come dey argue. I go come, you will not come. You will come, you will not come.
I'm not sure
You
the
said there was
boss
an
actually.
altercation.
But
You said there was an altercation. What is the
I'm not sure
altercation
the boss will want to
again?
be me as a boss now. How will I be dragging with my boss?
Adura, wetin be
With my superior?
altercation? I go come, you no go come. I go come. You.
It was just a word that she used, right? It might not be what actually happened because most bosses, like, my own kind of boss, I'm not talking of my own boss, like me being a boss.
Adura go wicked.
No, not that.
Adura go
What do you mean? I have a loving heart. No, I have a
There's
loving heart.
human in human resources.
I am
has
actually
a loving
human.
heart.
God bless you,
He
Christiana.
has a lovely heart.
Kisses.
You
I have a
don't
loving heart.
reach the
I
heart
cannot
before
leave-
now.
leave the heart. It's your heart. It's my heart. Leave the heart. So I'm not mean. But then there's some ways some associates, right? Some superior subordinates react or act to
Yeah,
things
that
that will
matters.
inform how the
Yeah,
life is
I
in my hand. I
understand.
decided I'm going
Like,
to fuck it.
Emi don't Bowie.
Yeah, it's-
I've got your life in my hand, baby.
So this is a concern, right? Let's discuss. You will not be
Yeah.
around. Okay, no problem. Then I
Yeah.
can give you update or you get update from your team members.
So what you're trying
That's
to
all.
say is just that, like, the manner at which he or she approached the boss.
Christiana, God bless you.
Yes,
You are
yes,
listening to my heart.
yes,
Also, that
yes.
you went to bed,
Yes.
the manner at which you approach your boss.
Amazing.
You
Don't
wait,
be my partner.
you wait they talk say I mean. You are my boss.
Yes.
I come to your office. Ma, I don't like the way you why we schedule meeting for 5:30 p.m. Which kind? What you go do?
Adura inshallah.
What you go do?
You people are not God.
What will you do?
Hey, this my work is not live the life. It's not live the earth.
Okay.
Because it's Adura. If he say, I have the knife, I have the bread, I will cut the knife, I will cut your head, I will cut the bread. Ever
We are
See,
calming
Rachel,
down, but
Rachel,
then
the question
some
is that-
things
the
needs to
question
be
is
done
that-
the right way.
if the boss didn't approve whatever displeasure or whatever it came to show, do you now feel that the anonymous should still have waited for that meeting regardless?
I
So
think
for
so.
me, right, I think God bless you.
I think so.
Because she didn't get an approval.
There was no
Right.
approval.
There's no approval from the
Adura,
boss. Yeah.
we are not agreeing. We should
I don't
God.
understand.
Oh my God bless you, bribe me. If
I'm
you
not-
God bless you,
but-
go bribe
then they
me.
use
So
God
that
bless
if you
you,
say
right?
another one, we say yes. If you
But
not say
I
another
think
God
it's because
bless you.
You spoke my mind, so
Oh,
I feel
okay.
it shouldn't have. The
Okay,
boss, the
yes,
anonymous shouldn't
amen.
have left.
I feel
Because there was no
so
approval
too.
from the boss.
I
Yeah,
feel so
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I feel so, and that way the boss would even see it to be kind of no. She had been. Even the boss can now get to the meeting and be like, now excuse you.
True,
Do you understand?
For,
Yeah.
for the fact that
Christian, I suppose pinch you. We thought, do you understand together? So, but the fact that I cannot pinch you.
so like you already seek for permission, they didn't grant you, but you still took yourself and still went to the meeting. If the boss understands and has human feeling, it will be like, oh, because this person spoke to me and still waited, you can just go for the whatever you need to do. Do you understand?
I think it all boils down to how you approach things actually.
Yes,
How you
exactly.
approach things generally.
Exactly.
I think Anonymous, you could have handled it better. And you will not get that warning letter. And you go still go do wetin you want to do.
Maybe you just want to go buy a phone for market. Nobody knows. You know.
Now you know. Now you know.
They don't joke with their market out. They don't joke with their
And
market.
that's why she asked the reason.
My own be say if they go
that
the market, make they give me the effort
Yeah.
chop. You know now, you know now, you know now. I just think that manner of approach is a lot.
It's a
The
lot.
way we
Yeah,
approach
yeah,
things
100,
is a lot.
100, I agree.
Not everybody will be patient enough to take what you dish out of. Like people like Adura, now their own knife, now their own bread. Now they owe their life. You
No,
got
it's
that
not bread. We
oh,
deal
you
with
got
cake.
that
We don't deal with
oh word. You got that oh word.
Second God.
You got
You know Bible talk say, as he is God, we too we are God. So me I say,
very people go and sack another person that will make them sack you.
Abba, you never
Guys,
reach that.
sack you.
Sack person
You
comes
go
to
just
mind
reach
now.
your office the next day, sit down on top chair. Your boss
Sack you.
It's not like, you know, where you're very
So I think we are just going to be giving the Anonymous like one or two pieces of our mind to just wrap up this whole session.
Yeah.
So because I'm very sure now our audience are already giving us comment, they're already giving us their own opinion. So our last words, please.
So I feel there are ways to express concerns, right? And know who you are discussing with and the appropriate word to use. Do you understand? So if there are issues, it's not about you coming to. We shouldn't be eager to. And again, when you're expressing your mind, do away with anxiety. Don't be too anxious to discuss with the person. Do you understand? Just take a deep breath. You breathe in. You take some therapy tests. I've had this. You breathe in.
Christiana, please,
you
do you
put
have
hand
any-
like this.
Christiana, please, do you have anything to say?
You
Because
breathe in.
Andrea is about to say count 1 to 100. Count 1 to 100.
I'm
1,
not-
2,
now,
3. Emia breathe.
Rate your
Emia
power.
breathe.
For me,
They are not counting anyone to 100.
my advice to our darling Anonymous is that when you find yourself in situations like that, if you don't have a genuine and valid reason, there is no reason for you to actually not want to participate. We all have to sacrifice. In our place of work, you have to sacrifice. We should not always expect things to go our own way. There are times when the organization wants you to go far. There are times when they want you to go extra mile. You have to do it. Just do those sacrifices. But when you know that this thing is important and you don't have a way out, just approach it in a very, very polite manner. The bosses are not, when I'm sorry, white people say lies, fire not in their head. So you can, there's a way you relate to somebody, especially when you're a lady. Do your face, you are meant to do it, and then do it.
It's not I know that one.
Before Rachel will conclude, I would like to say that always ensure you get an approval before you do anything. So if the boss had said, okay, no problem, you can go, there will be no issue. But you walking out of the office without an approval, it might not be in this anything basically. Always ensure you get an approval before you embark on it.
Okay, sir, we will get your approval, sir.
Not my approval,
okay,
an
sir.
approval from
And I'll leave our audience anonymous with one thing. One thing my mother will always say: treat whatever you are doing like it's your own. What if it is your own? If you treated that job like it was your own, you would have done what you needed to do before you. But because you want to do, I don't care. Treat whatever you are doing like it's your own. And on that note, before the owner of the bread and knife, you use bread and knife. So,
not bread and knife.
It has changed. You say it's cake now. Before he chases us away from this place. I know you all have comments, you have stuff you want to say, you have your contributions, keep them coming. And don't forget, that story where they pinch you, that one where they bite you, where they do you last week, or last month, or yesterday, send it to our mail and our WhatsApp line. If you cannot even type, send voice note. What's our work in this place?
We
We will discuss it.
We don't get job.
We will translate it and we'll discuss it. So keep them coming. And on this note, we'll be seeing you on our next episode. Signing out, Rachel. Are you people coming my sign out?
That's the
See
sign
you
for sign
people.
out now.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.